So we're talking about straight up like we can be easily doing 400 to 500 appointments. Like just with 3 4 clients. Like not with like several clients.
Yeah, and that's literally on a fucking that's on a weekly basis.
Yeah, super.
So it's super exciting because like this doesn't even count for what we've been doing because we haven't heard from Jose in a little while. But all right, so that's the exciting news of that's where we can scale this to. Now let's go to the good news, which is they love your delivery time, the organization of everything, and now I love what we've been doing for Chicago with the opportunities, like how we've organized it into those different slots, meaning like, you add it to a new appointment. It's the client's then obligation to assign it to a sales rep and then put the notes in if it's disqualified or why. And then if they are qualified, but they no showed or for some reason they're not answering or whatever, put them in the follow up category so we can continue to scale that way. I think that's good news because it allows us to scale with organization. So no more calendars, Jose. We don't got to worry about that
Yeah.
shit because it's annoying. Let them because there's going to be so many appointments. It's not our job to put appointments on each individual sales rep's calendar. It's too much. Let the owner disperse how he wants to.
So how it's gonna work? Let's say, for instance, if somebody already has, let's say we like with a big company, it's not a problem because they got different sales reps. But with a smaller company, let's say, like maybe they're already booked for that time, or they're on the opposite side of the city. They got to be 2 hours, 2 hours on the other side. How are we gonna manage that end?
So basically, Zach knows what appointments were booked for the day. So we're gonna still have our Google sheet. We'll still be super organized. Like we're still gonna follow the same rules of we're not gonna double book. We're not gonna like it depends on the size of the client. It depends on the size of the order. If they want 100 in a week, I'm assuming we can double book now because they probably have 10 sales reps. You can't have
Yeah.
100 appointments without the sales reps anyway. So that's kind of on a per basis. We would deal with that on a per basis situation. Like if they want just 20, then obviously we're not going to double book. It would be unnecessary.
Also, a quick question: are you okay on different markets, or like, let's say, for instance, like we try not to do too much California, Nevada, like even New York, New Jersey, because they're highly competitive, they're a little bit saturated. Are you okay on any to deliver, like quality of appointments, on any part of the states, on any state?
Zach, that's on you, brother.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, you name all the saturated states. The only thing with these states is we can still pull up appointments, but the delivery times are going to be a little slow. This is the only reason we don't go for these states because when we're scaling, when we want more appointments, these are not the states to target. So it's better to stay away from these when we're looking to
So,
scale.
can you give me, like which are the states that we need to stay out?
Yeah, I'd say New Jersey is one of the toughest markets. Massachusetts has been a tough market for us, um, and Nevada it is the third one. So other than these three, I believe we're good to go. Georgia is a
California,
really good state.
California. How you feeling with California?
California is good to go.
Okay, and what are the
Oregon.
what are the best states? Kind of like because basically, I'm gonna have this meeting. Like on the with these guys. Like in 3 hours. So they're gonna
Yeah,
ask me, hey, like which are like let's say the 3 5 states that you wanna like that we can, like like hit home runs. On those ones.
yeah. I'd say Georgia, then Pennsylvania, Oregon, DC is one of the most productive state at the moment due to the state programs. Then coming back to Florida, Texas, some parts of Texas is really good. Um,
Which
you
parts
know,
of Texas? I live in Texas, so which parts of Texas are good and which ones are not as good?
yeah. So I'll simply give you this rule. Whenever I'm on a call with any client, I tell them not to target the main cities rather than target the surroundings. So, for example, you're in Houston, you're not going to target Houston, but the Fort Bend County or the surrounding swimming over there.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And I was gonna ask you, man, like the way that we're getting like the leads, like are we? Because they always ask me, hey, how to generate the leads, like so for the appointments, They kind of like to see like the quality of it, like so. What are the kind of like the most the ones that we use the most, like what like the way of acquiring the leads, generate the leads.
Can you rephrase that question? Like, can you say it one more
Yeah,
time?
they'll normally ask me. That's why I'm asking. They'll normally ask me, like, hey, where does the lead come from? Like the lead that you generate, where does it come from? I don't need the specifics, because they are not like, like a but kind of like I need to be able to answer because they are like kind of like depending on where the lead comes from, kind of like they feel like, hey, that's gonna be the quality of the appointment that is gonna get them. So what would be like a good a couple of answers, like so I can give to them that are accurate, that we're actually getting the leads, like based on that type of source.
Okay. So, I mean, Nick would have told you, I mean, we run call centers,
Yeah.
right? So we have our own data that we pull. We don't use aged data. We target fresh people that have never been called before, or maybe called once or twice, but most of them never had the solar consultation before. So we call fresh people, we book appointments with them, we tell them, we're giving a free consultation for solar. Would you guys be interested in that? And they say, yeah, I mean, we can look and see how it goes. So we tell them, just look at the savings. If you see something is beneficial, then go ahead with it. We qualify them and book that appointment on the calendar according to the customer and according to the age. Most of them never had the solar consultation before. So we call fresh people, we book appointments with them, we tell them, we're giving a free consultation. We do, pull our own leads. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, fair enough. Like it is just kind of like, because they'll ask me, hey, like, are you doing how fresh are the leads? Like, let's say if it's 180 days, like 60 days, like 60, 90, whatever.
They're
So
as,
No, I
they're
mean,
as fresh as they could be.
okay, fair enough. Okay, cool. What else? Okay, so that's the good news.
The
Let's
good
see
and
what
the
else.
exciting. All right, time to move on to the not so fun. So, is Robert joining us, Jose, or not?
He just has to make sure. Let me read what he says. Oh, yeah. No, he's not gonna do it. Yeah, like he's doing some other stuff, So right now, like like he won't be
Oh,
here.
he's here. He's here.
Oh, he's this is good.
What are the odds of that? All
Okay.
right, so Robert made it just in time for the not so fun stuff.
Okay,
Um,
so just to recap, like Robert, basically what we've done right now it is we deliver a few type of like new ways to deliver, like exciting, good, and not as good. So exciting, as like the potential that we got. The goods is that they are liking the delivery time. They're liking like the organization and all that stuff. But so right now, like basically that's what we've talked so far. And then right now we're going to the room for improvement area. Yeah, go ahead, Matt. Okay.
so, Zach, so what we discussed yesterday is a couple of concerning things. So your agents, and again, this we're not putting any blame on you. I think there was like I'll take accountability for maybe I missed something on a meeting that I didn't write down about what we are allowed and what we're not allowed to say to these people because we can get in trouble. Luckily you're overseas and like for them to get us in trouble would be a fucking pain in the ass. So like that is a way that we kind of can protect ourselves. But moving forward, every single appointment, it is imperative that we can't lie on the call about being like Robert. What did you say yesterday about like being like from like a government agency or like a federal
Yeah.
program or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. They can't impersonate a federal agent. Like
We're,
say they're coming from a state grant or from a federal office regarding the bills, like in some calls recordings that we've seen.
like on a call recording, do we impersonate a federal agent? Because I feel like
Yeah,
I've never had that complaint with
I
you
mean,
one time.
they don't tell them like, "Hi, this is Mark from the FBI," but they tell them we're calling from the federal offices to check on your for offering a federal grant or federal benefits, and that's like being part of a federal office.
is that this is a federal and state rebate program, and I don't think so. That is not allowed to say. We tell them we're from either a Green Energy Association or some type of solar savings program, and the reason of the call that we tell them is that we're calling you in regards to the federal and state rebate program that is regarding solar, and we're giving out free information on how you can go solar and save money on your bills at no out of pocket cost. This is what we say.
So there's a couple of things,
Cool. Could that be removed from the script? Is there a problem if we remove it?
What do you want to be removed?
Where they say they're part of a federal benefit program.
Okay, how do you want us to say that?
let's work on a script, like like not right now, like right now, like because basically like it's gonna take like another hour, like so we could get a script. So we'll just kind of like like work a like a script, like kind of like, or you can send us right now what you got. We can highlight whatever, and we can work that out offline, and by the end of the day we can have already, or by tomorrow we can have already something solid. But mainly, just to give you an idea, Zach. First of all, as we said as earlier, like your delivery time was important. They actually, like most of the people, like that they have worked in the past, they don't deliver, or they don't deliver on time, or like like they want us to give us us train so we can deliver to the quality that they want. But that's whenever they're gonna scale up to the big requirements, and that's what it's gonna. To be honest, man, like the opportunity is here that other companies they're just pushing appointments. They're not giving a quality of appointment. So if we get to the point where we actually deliver that quality of appointment, that it's not rushed, that it's not pushed, that it's kind of like like it's kind of like very transparent of what it is, basically, like we're gonna have a competitive edge over the whole market. So basically, like we can actually go even on bigger numbers. This is just a start. If we actually, like this is short term, like the opportunity right now it's short term, but long term, straight up, we can be like the top like a performers, on a providing a product. If we get the quality where it needs to get, dude, like straight up, and that's just training our people. That's straight up. Like, it's not like you're already doing it. Like you already got the lead sources because basically you're pulling that down the points, and like it is just making sure that like we train our guys, towards that quality that they're looking
Yeah, I just say that again. I understand if there is anything wrong from our side. I'm really happy to make any changes that you guys want. But Robert saying that we intend the call that we're from a government agency. That's really not true.
I'm
I
not
say that
accusing you of anything. I'm just telling you.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
transferring what the customer told us because they're upset because of
for.
that.
Yeah.
When
No.
because they are in the states. Our customer is in the states, and
yeah.
when their sellers or their closers come to the house. Like you said, you were from a federal office. You said you were from a federal grant. I mean, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just asking if that could be removed on the script because it's uncomfortable for a client. That's it.
It
Also,
Definitely. This is the first thing I said. This is the first thing I said that if there's anything that we can improve, I'll be really happy to do that. And I tell you the reason we say that we're the reason the program is a government rebate program is because of so the customer can sense that there are some rebates that they can qualify for, and we do not guarantee them in the call. Also, it just gives a little hint about the tax credits they may qualify for. So this actually spikes the interest in them to actually get a better show up rate. This is the only thing we do. If you guys want us to remove that's not a problem. We can do that.
yes.
yeah. So
Um
we'll get. Can you allow me to not to
yeah.
host to
Yeah, I
share?
got you. I got you. I
Just to
got you.
share. Yeah. Okay. So only the host can share right now. So basically, like I don't know if you share these the
You could share now, Jose.
okay.
So, Zach, what I'm thinking is because I guess it's different for every state. I know it's good for New York because they get like a 30% off federal thing. Most people qualify for that. But I think it's better if the sales rep that's following up with these appointments that you're putting on their calendar, if they're the one to bring it up. So that way we're not held responsible for any of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
not a
you're
problem, bro.
definitely right about the fact that there are federal grants and there's a lot of incentives and benefits for taxes to go solar, but let's let the client sales reps deal with that so that we don't have any liability.
Not a problem, not a problem.
So here it was. I don't know if Nick already shared this spreadsheet. Like our client, kind of like they went and they said every single one, and just yeah, as you can see, like here, like like federal program we work with electrical company, confirmation call expectation, savings 50 to 70%. Was not setting issue of false expectation around electrical bill from $100 to $40 needs to be better at was not in person appointment, did not clarify the appointment. Then like what he's talking about Zoom or kind of like like we can provide you this, just so you can see like on each specific call, and that way you can see like like basically it's where we're coming from. So long story short, like long story short, like if we get this part, like if we overpass this, man, straight up, man, we're gonna be like swimming on money. Straight up, like like let's put it like that. So it's for our best interest, kind of like like to group right now, like we're one team here. Like so, do not think like hey, like whenever maybe like the way that we deliver things, we're a little bit very upfront, but at the same time, like we want the same thing. We want to make sure that these guys provide us as many as possible appointments a week. But we need to overpass this part. So let's take what we gotta do, like I said, that like just to keep it short and sweet and good for everybody here. Let's make sure that we first of all like let's put in a script that kind of like maybe have two scripts, just so we can rather read or whatever, and basically like go over like what needs to be said, what are the do's and don'ts, kind of like like we're gonna promise that hey 60% like reduction or like he kind of like great false expectation. Like we want to make sure that we say it between the lines, but at the same time make it attractive because you want to set the point. We don't want to screw you on either. Like want to make sure that it's attractive. So other than that, I think that that's the main thing right now. We'll need to work on some of the replacements and so on. And what else, Nick?
Basically, yeah, let's move all of the appoint. So basically, for is this meeting about Arizona, Florida, and Oregon, like all of the
Yeah,
clients put together?
let's do that today. Yeah, let's do that today.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we? Because you're not giving Zach and I say like, all right, how many replacements do you need per state, and what we're gonna do moving forward without even like no extra charge. Like this is just what we do, just to keep the money flow coming and to
Yeah,
just increase the value when you're pitching and trying to get more appointments sold, basically. I think it would be better to tell them, hey, listen, anybody that's a no show, or if anything happens in a situation where, you know, there we met every qualification through the call recording, but like they got to reschedule or whatever. We're gonna constantly keep them in our feed to follow up in the dialer because it doesn't cost like Zach's dialing thousands of people a day to add another 40, 50 people to that list to see if they answer to reschedule. Like that would really sweeten the deal. To be like, hey, we'll throw this on top, no extra charge. Like that'd be a great way to earn their trust because I know they're kind of upset. Um, that's number one. But number two, going forward, like how many replacements do you need per state? Number one, and then do you think they want to order again? Like what? Where are we at?
this is the thing. They're coming back to us, kind of like Arizona and Florida, and like definitely I feel like that they want like our service. It is just that it's kind of like like we keep trying again, like kind of like like let's just put all of these appointments to the timer, get them back on. I think that like one of the things that we you nailed on the spot. It was that like we need to make sure that we do two things. First, like the delivery, like make it more organized, make it kind of like like kind of like improve that process, like that you've already talked about the opportunities and so on. And then the next thing it is doing a meeting, like with them, like on a weekly basis, at least to start, so we can get to that point. But straight up, these ones they wanna keep working with us. So it is just matter of kind of like us right now, like by taking care of them. Hey, you know what? Okay, let's just do this. Let's just get them back on the dialer. Let's set them back again. And like we're gonna what like basically if they close two three out of the 20, straight up they're gonna buy.
Okay.
And more if they see that they're being proactive with us, like how we're being proactive. I'm telling you straight up, like these guys, like they wanna play. The only thing is that they haven't got the right right yet, but they're looking for that. And right now, like as if we're those people that actually deliver it to them, but they're looking, they're gonna stay with us, and they're just gonna be buying more and more. So it's for our own benefit. So I don't like like let's take care of them on this one. And I'm telling you, take those at least one or two. Straight up, they're gonna keep buying it. They're gonna move from.
So, did Florida or Arizona or Oregon close anything?
That's the thing that they didn't close anything.
I just find that hard to believe because we're closing
Yeah.
deals left and right for the
No,
people that
here's the
were.
thing. I think that like it was. I'll put also on me. Like I know that you also put it on Uni. Also like our customers. It is also the delivery. Like how we are not like the process. Like how it got disrupted. Like how they didn't came on time. To us. Like to let us know. A couple things. So I think that it is just to our own best benefit. If we can just put them back on, they kind of like start delivering it. Like it kind of like make them close. Basically. They close one or two, I'm telling you straight up, like I'm gonna immediately, like send them an invoice to for another channel.
Well, I'm trying to think because it's like we're you basically we would have to put every single appointment that we got for you so far for all three back into the dialer just to try to reschedule them to see if they close. Like that's what you want us to do, but with a different script. Is basically what you're asking.
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. What's your thoughts on that?
We're gonna do that anyway. Anybody who doesn't close, like, unless they tell us no, like stop calling, they'll be on our list to keep
Yeah.
calling.
Yeah, let's do it and kind of like like let's improve the like kind of like set up the process. Like follow the process. Like that you already have it figured out. Like the opportunities and so on. Let's set it up with the clients. And kind of like make the I think that if we put clear the expectations, we set up again the clear the expectations. Like like, hey, this is how it's gonna work. This is like kind of like like basically we're gonna meet once a week. Like it will depend if them. They're like but that's on them. And kind of like we'll need feedback. Like kind of like in a consistent basis because that's the only way that we can actually guarantee that basically it's on their end. That they're not doing their part.
Yeah, because it makes it's clearly a red flag that they didn't close anybody, and our guys are closing people with less appointments. Like we had two deals for our Chicago client sign, and they ordered 12. You know what I mean? So it's like,
So that's what I'm saying, man.
like,
Straight up, like I think that like it is just kind of like a reset that we gotta do on our end. And like and yeah, that's what I feel like like man, if we nail these ones, like yeah, at least if they close one or two, they'll be good too.
but that's the thing. Like, what is it that we need to change on our end?
I think that it is the spirit. Make sure that we are kind of like.
Sorry, I chime in. I don't think there's much to change on our end, Nick. It's just probably that little pesky thing that they want removed from the script. Because
Okay.
I think that's the only thing. I don't see anything wrong in our process. I don't see anything wrong in the way that Zach's team is taking things. Probably just meeting to their requirements of not saying that we're from a federal office or guaranteeing a 50% savings. Just get enough to put the appointment on there, and then the rest is on them. Because I believe up to this point, the majority of the ball has been on our client at this point.
Yeah, and also like what I'll add in is the process side. Like the delivery side, to make sure that we're delivering it. Like in a more effective way that kind of like what you have already developed.
Um.
So the opportunity side, like you remember that instead of the calendar, you see the opportunities and so on. I think that will help us also. Like a more visual for them.
Yeah, I guess. I just think that if they had good like it feels to me like it's a follow-up issue, and like I get it, like we can easily change that part of like the grant. We could change the script, but that like my rebuttal to that would be we use that same script for our other clients. We're still closing. I genuinely think the issue is the follow-up with the like it's the client not taking like the appointment seriously the second you send them. I think that's probably the main thing. Meaning like, hey, I'll call them tomorrow, or I'll show up when that appointment's due. Like, there's not a, hey, I'm gonna call this person right away. I'm gonna email, text, call them. Like, this is why I was saying, hey, like, let's hop on a Zoom to get Evan involved, because that's like Evan's bread and butter. About let's talk to the client, coach the client the best way to go about getting sits and sales, because that's our process. That's what makes me different, is that I have Evan to help coach the client on how to handle the appointments to get a higher sit and close rate. And we're not using that. We're using the exact same scripts, so you guys are getting exactly what my other clients are getting. We didn't change anything. We're giving you exactly what we do. But the problem is, like, they're gonna fuck up and then blame you. It's their fault. In this situation, it's their fault. We'll happily change the script. We'll happily follow up with these people. But let me deal with them. I'll deal with the headache. I'll be like, bro, you know what I mean? You didn't get back to us for a fucking month. I won't be a dick. I'll be extremely respectful. But like, the point is, I genuinely believe they weren't doing their job on their end, because we're not doing anything on our end different, and we're closing deals left and right. So it's like, yo, you missed.
That's what we're gonna prove. Like, straight up, so moving forward, I completely agree with you. Like I think that like like the Arizona guys, like Roberts, like spotted like since like get to because like the person that he was in charge of to do the follow up, he was kind of like not fully committed to it. Let's just put it like that.
It's a
So
huge,
right,
dude, huge problem. Because now
yeah,
they are going to go, oh, I want a refund. Oh, give me a replacement for an appointment that was qualified, sent on time. And if you just had a competent sales rep who knew how to follow up, that could have been a closed deal.
yeah. So that's what we're gonna prove to them right now. Like, hey, you know what? But this is the thing. Like Arizona, you work with the Arizona guys also. Also they are already willing to open another two states. Like if we comply with this too. So for sure, like we got the business there. Like where we need to have it. Let's just kind of like like let's take this one on us. Like it kind of like get it back to those appointments, get them rescheduled again, and like just follow all the process that we mentioned.
I'm not going to lie, it was a big red flag for me with Oregon when that guy said to me, we actually see a higher sit rate when we don't follow up and we just show up for when that appointment was scheduled. Like, that just screams like lazy to me. Why wouldn't the sales rep who's going to come to the guy's house, why wouldn't that person who's interested in solar, especially at that moment of I'm excited, I just booked a call, I'm interested in this moment, all that time in between, life is happening to where now solar isn't like, even though they want it, like, that's where the iron is hot. You got to fucking strike. Like, that was a red flag to me. And the fact that they closed none, I'm not really surprised. They probably didn't take the follow up seriously at all. They saw, okay, the appointment's on this day. I'll show up and be like, oh, it's just we'll do our thing, meaning like we'll follow up with every single appointment we sent you to try to put them in the calendar, but we're gonna run into the exact same issue.
Okay.
And then
No,
they're
no, no. We'll make sure that we set the expectation. We kind of like let's. I think that like it will be like kind of like what you said before. Let's tell them, hey, like basically, in order for us, like you like for these appointments to work, you need to follow like our best practices. Kind of the deal.
yeah, I genuinely believe like each client should speak with Evan because that's literally what he does, bro. He's for the EPC Solero, like he's the person in charge because all the people are under his umbrella. So he only makes money if they buy appointments and they close because he makes like a percentage. So it's his job to like teach them the best practices for following up and closing. So if you had that, like it's like you have like this awesome weapon that you're not utilizing. You know, so if you have Oregon or Florida or Arizona that wants to hop on a call, like like please use that. You know what I mean? Like it's tough because we're a white label of a white label, so it's like we have so many different hands in the pot. So it is kind of like they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" You know what I mean? Like this is our, so I do understand it is kind of like a little bit of a challenge, but I think moving forward, Zach, you have access to all of the go high levels. We can just follow up, put them all in the opportunities tab, and then. But my worry is that the exact same thing's gonna happen, and they're gonna be like, we're gonna change the script, we're gonna book more appointments, and then they're just gonna be like, well, these aren't qualified and none of them closed, so it's your fault. Give us a refund. When it's their fault, they didn't follow up.
I agree, and that's what we're gonna do from now on. Like just to make sure that we don't give them that chance. Kind of like we're gonna be following up, but we need to be following up. We're gonna reset expectations. We're gonna make sure that they're on the same page. And at that point, like basically, if they don't follow up with it, it's on them. But again, like we're providing the qualified with the right script, and like we're putting it where they can have enough time, to go and so on. I don't see why should be that a problem. Like from this point on.
I got you. So, where do we where do we like where do we move from today? Like what?
I think that it would be like let's say let's put them back in the diver and kind of like like let's fill out the dates again. We need to also work on the script. Like they can like if Zach is okay, he can send us the script that he got right now, and basically like we'll just highlight whatever we feel that like our clients like are looking forward. Also, Zach will have access. I don't know if you can send this to Zach like the spreadsheet. That way he can see it specifically, and he can see in each call, like what was the comments, so we can retrain the people. And other than that, man, it will be just kind of like like the process side of the delivery, like making sure that we are with opportunities and so on. If we need to meet again, like with our clients, we need to get them to sit with them, like that's fine, like we can do that. I can arrange the meetings like for tomorrow, I know that they'll be more than willing to. So whatever it's needed, we'll get it done.
Okay. All right. So, do you have an idea, like just for a money standpoint, like a um a goal to move towards, so we know when our next paycheck is coming? When do you think we'll get another order from like a different client? Like, say you're meeting with somebody today. Like, do you think they'll order? Don't even offer 20, offer 12. Like, make it even smaller. You know what I mean? You know, when do you like we got to get? Because basically, what we're getting from this call is that they're like our script needs a little bit of a change. We're going to be following up with people that kind of have a bitter taste in their mouth because they were not followed up with correctly. Now maybe they signed up with somebody else, whatever. Like we need new appointments. Like we need new people coming through as well on top of the follow ups.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
No, yeah, like definitely, like this week we can work on that. Like we got the clients. Like it is just to make sure, kind of like we can be on the, like like on the right track. But let me get back to you on that answer by tomorrow, because I need to push some plans and they were all almost ready, but I have them kind of like in standby. So let me go ahead and push some of them. That way, I can tell you, hey, like they'll be ready by the end of the week or whatever.
Yeah, I think the best thing that you can do would be to like if you have other clients on standby, have them order, because then now we're feeding Zach. Okay, here's another order of 20. Here's your paycheck, but also um, make sure Arizona, Florida, and Oregon, all of those follow ups are in that data that we're dialing. And now, because like right now, you're basically asking us to run the dialer, the agents, the time, and energy with zero money.
Yeah.
So it's like we will take care of every single client. We'll get you the replacements that you want. But if you can get us another order, like please do so.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. And don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, it's part of our deal initially, but at the same time, we also run, like also cost center. So we know specifically what you're talking about, and we understand it. So yeah. So I'll push, like all like so by this week already gave you another order.
Okay.
I get a couple of clients that are on standby, so I just need to kind of like call them, push them. Hey, we're ready to go. Basically, like wait for you to do the payment.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
I think the grant federal shit, like you don't even need a different script. Just don't say that part. Like
Yeah.
just say you're from the X solar company and that's it. Would you like to learn more?
Yeah.
Don't even
Also,
add it.
please make available.
Yo, change your name real quick.
Oh, here 1 second.
Yo, sorry about that, brother. The free Zoom call ended.
Yep, yep, you're good.
1 sec. Let's just wait for Jose and for Zach to join.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, man, I think specifically, like, we could just. There's no.
I think where we're at is that we just want to put the ball on the client's court because we're not doing anything wrong. We just want to remove any excuse for them to tell us that we didn't close the deal because they said federal grant.
That's horseshit. Like the fact they
I
didn't.
know. I know.
They're looking
The
for an
fact is that
excuse to get their money back.
Ask for the refund. So that okay, fine. Here it is. Here's a new batch of appointments of the people that you stated that didn't close out. Here they're rescheduled, and we didn't mention the word federal grant. So what are you going to do about it now?
But that's the thing.
That's where I stand.
To try to get, but
these clients specifically.
I have.
Moving forward,
Yeah.
I would rather implement a better on our end. Jose is in mine. A better diffusion of the information. Like as soon as we get your email or on the opportunities that go high level, like ring them up. Like, hey, did you see that? That's what happened when we had the first Ford batch. I was on top of it. I was calling them to Luis. I was like, hey, did you see that? An appointment was just scheduled on your calendar. Did you receive the email? Did you get a text message? If it would be yes or no, whatever the answer would be, they would already. I'll be okay. You didn't get the email, but I'm letting you know right now that you did get something scheduled on your calendar and go high level. So go check it out and follow up, please.
Yeah. I got you. So yeah, Zach said he has to take another meeting, so we could just finish up, just me and you.
It's cool. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, with Zach, we at least he heard what he had gotten from our clients, and he expressed his part on what they are doing, which I believe they aren't doing anything wrong.
They're not, yeah, because we're doing it for all my other clients, and I've never had that. That's why I was confused yesterday or the other day when we talked about it. I was like, he said what? like I've never had that complaint before.
Right.
But I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to eliminate.
To be honest, if you guys would focus on closing the call instead of looking on things of why it went wrong, we would have different conversations.
Well, that's the thing. That's what bad clients do. They basically just want laydowns, and if it's not a laydown, they're like, "Well, I'm just gonna get my money back." It's like, no, bro, that's you suck at your job, and that's closing. It's not supposed like we're giving you an at bat, but you still have to hit the ball. Like, if you can't hit the ball, like, that's not our fault. We gave you everything you possibly needed. We gave you the opportunity. If you have bad sales guys and you have a bad follow-up process, you're going to blame the call center and try to make it so as if you don't have to pay anything. That's horseshit. That's where the contract protects you, and that's why you never guarantee sits.
Exactly. No, we don't guarantee sits. I mean, we just guarantee. Well, yeah, we kind of guarantee sits because I mean, people have to be like, for example, like I stated yesterday, from our call center, I heard a call where the agent was like, and you do confirm you are the homeowner of such and such. The person didn't speak English. They're like, okay.
But that's not a sit. That you would be
Exactly.
guarantee a qualified appointment that hits every qualification that that company needs. So whether that be the credit score, the shading, the call recording, the homeowner is present, those are the qualifications. If we send you that, we're good.
That's unnamed, and it's the clear agreement of the customer to accept that person coming to their home or following up via phone. There are some calls where it's kind of ambiguous if the person agreed to the appointment or not. They did cough up the information. They were the homeowner. They have a light bill of $120, $150. They do have a credit score above 650. They have a little shading, but they're not as convinced on the call. And this is where I have this discrepancy, right? They're not as convinced on the call as if they want the appointment or not.
If they're willing to sit there and give you all of their information,
they're
convinced enough.
Exactly. That's where I stand. But they come around and they tell Jose, this person was pushed into the appointment, and they're not. I mean, like, what the fuck?
Anybody who's gonna sit there and give out their credit score, their utility bill, give you a time that they're available, and sit there on the phone for 10 minutes wasn't forced. I mean, it can be. There's definitely situations where it was, but they can just make that excuse all day long, and that's why, like, if we hit every qualification, they could shut the fuck up, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you don't charge them an arm and a leg. Dude, guaranteed sits cost. I would charge for a guaranteed sit for a client that I truly fucking trusted to not be a pain in the ass. I would charge them like $800 to $1,000.
Yep.
For whatever you're what are you charging them again? Like $180, 200?
I don't know what was it. 150, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, bro, go spend $150 on Facebook. Good luck.
Yep.
Good fucking luck. We're doing all of the heavy lifting for such a fair price. Shut up. Your commission, if you were good at closing.
The lack of the customer's education of how the process goes, or the lack of their experience fetching for leads with social media. But what you get is people trying to look for jobs. You get like out of 100, you get 80 people that aren't qualified, that aren't looking for solar. And what are you gonna do? What we do, what your call center does, what we do on our call center is filter through those, sort through those, go through those, and call them up.
Yeah. No, like,
well, that's fine. And they're even cheap to my appraisal.
Like, that's where Evan comes in as well. Like I was saying, like, if they're not good at closing, like, we even solve that for them too. You know what I mean? Like, we make it so there's.
What you said earlier that they were like, who the fuck is this guy? It doesn't matter. They don't need to know who he is. Like, hey, this is a consultant that we've got that's going to help you. Just give you a couple of pointers in closing because you guys aren't working right now. I mean, our customers are.
Yeah.
If you'd like to have this free consultation from an experienced person where we have these closures at, I think that's a good step with as well.
Yeah, because Evan owns his own solar company. I own my own solar company, and they have their own solar company. So we could speak to them on the same exact, like, hey,
language,
yeah, and we use the same call center. I get my own appointments from my guys to run myself. I know the process. I know how it goes. And, you know, Evan's been like a mentor of mine. The dude's like 2 decades older and he's closed a bunch of deals. So it's like, if I can do it and I started my company a month ago, why can't they? It's very simple. So, I guess get back to me on the people you have on standby, and
Yeah.
I'll have Zach start following up and just rebooking appointments for Arizona, Oregon, and Florida. But like, if you can get me another order like ASAP, so that
Yeah.
because Zach's going straight up out of pocket to do the follow ups. Like the follow ups are easy, but luckily, like I'm paying him a shit ton of money of my own money because like I'm running my own appointments. So like I'm like it's not gonna cost him extra because I'm kind of fronting it. But that's me doing you guys a solid. Like, please get me a fucking another deal across the table just to keep the operation just flowing.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, that was a very productive meeting. We'll get on it and we'll update Go High Level so that moving forward, it looks a little different. And I'll, at some point this week, I'll show you guys what we did in there so you can get an idea. But it's so simple. You guys will understand it pretty quick. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, definitely, man.
All right, Jose, anything?
You're on mute, if anything, Jose.
You guys, yeah. Do you have any other like questions or anything else that we need?
Not for me at the moment.
Okay. I guess yeah. If Jose has anything, just let me know. I'm working all day. Just call me.
All right.
All right. Later, guys. Talk soon.
All right, later.
Bye. All right. Let's redraft the BRT. What am I doing? I had a ridiculously good hitting team. My BR run. Of course, I run into 1,000 rated player. I had him on the ropes. It was 4-4. I just couldn't score, and then he just exploded in extras, and I was like, I'm done. But my hitting was phenomenal. Like this lineup is so stacked. But my pitching was ass. I had one lefty. All my lefties were ass. I knew this team would be tough. I should have won that game, but it sucks. Let's draft another team. Bobby. Dude, Buxton is insane. All right, what do I still need for my team? I just need a DH, so we good. Let's try to get some pitching. Backup catcher. Let's go. Vientos is ridiculous. Damn, this Eloy card is cracked. Don't need him though. 'Cause I got Vientos. Batista. And 11. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Alright, we got a decent BR squad right here. I like to make my lineups from the bottom down. Dude, this team is so good. Oh my god. Honestly. I got P5 Posada, P5 Vlad. I guess Blanco's my worst player. Buxton is ridiculous. All my best players are right, unfortunately. Here, Bobby, Riley, Vientos, Muncie, Vlad, Soto, just because lefty righty, Buxton, Polanco. Let's get it. Damn, I did that whole thing. Drafted that whole team with just my face. Verticals. I've been a fat fuck lately, so we're gonna get some cardio in. What I did yesterday was not okay. The amount of pizza, bad idea. Not when it's shredding season. We're in crunch time. Andy, throw me a ball. Fixing my microphone, man. Let's go. Yeah, no shot. That's Bobby Witt, bro. Second base is mine. How did he know I was stealing?
That's a ball. 1-2. Strike's in.
Like that should have been hit better. Oh, we're sending him.
Right there.
I suck. Maybe I shouldn't have swung at a fucking pitch. That was that fucking bad, bro. What am I doing?
Hey! No balls. One strike. Oh.
Fuck me, bro. No patience. Easily would have had a lead. Great.
Yeah. Oh,
See if I can get him to go fishing. Sword.
No, that's
Good
inside.
take.
Ball. 2-2. We got a full count.
Let's go. Get the fuck out. Jeez, come on. He couldn't have played that off the wall any better. Oh my god. Juanito.
Heck. 0-1.
I'm so bad.
Get out of there. Ball.
Can we not get out? Fuck this game, bro. That fucking Riley Green hit. Vladdy, that barely hitting off the wall. Perfect out. Like, I fucking love my team, but because we're playing in Fenway and the ball fucking is hit like a wiffle ball bat, just don't get rewarded. This is why BR sucks dick.
Hey, ha! 0 balls, 1 strike.
Like this team that I drafted is good enough to go flawless. Just gonna be a matter of, can I play good? Number one, and then number two, can we also get a little bit lucky?
That's in. Ball. No, that missed. That's a ball.
Huh. Oh, I'd be tight. We get a blooper? Nope.
Ball. 1-0. Hey! He beat it. No, that missed. That's a ball.
Riley, little base hit.
1-1. 2-1.
Just a little base knock.
That's a ball. Ball
go.
4. Take your base. No, he's safe.
Let's go.
No, he's in there safe.
What a baby Mark.
No, he's in there. Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
0-1. Ball.
Ah.
No, ball. That's a ball. We got a full count.
Great fucking foul, bro. Good shit. Way to fight. Let's go. Make him work. Let's go.
Take your baseball,
I'd be
four.
so mad if I was pitching. Come on, Vladdy. You can't make this shit up, bro. You literally can't make this shit up. How many perfect outs do I have this game?
Here I work.
That.
Hot
That. Go fishing.
No balls, 2 strikes. Ball.
Let's go. That. Thank God that was foul.
He's up. Got in.
Honestly, should beat that kid's ass. Alright, I'm going to make a little clip for my other channel. So, guys, from that first 50 minutes of that conversation that I had, that was me making sure I was setting expectations for my clients. Dude, I've been drowned multiple times by situations like that where a client can literally just blame me for him sucking at his job. I thought I did a great job explaining to them exactly what they need to do to take care of their business moving forward. Because, guys, like, that's something that I do offer from Balance University is I will help run your company and be your white label, meaning I'll be the guy that you pay to take care of your business. You're kind of the middleman, meaning you go and get the clients, and then I help you close them, and I take care of them for you, and then you keep a margin based on the amount of money we agree on selling the appointments for. I'm in the solar industry, I'm in the roofing industry, but I thought I did a great job explaining to that student / client of mine how things need to work. Now, another thing that I feel is super valuable for anybody that is like stuck and wants to become an entrepreneur, wants to make a bunch of money, sees people making a shit ton of money like online and shit, you need to figure out how to multitask. But a lot of people say, like, oh, multitasking is bad because when you don't focus on one thing at a time, like, you fuck up, whatever. Look what I'm currently doing. I'm playing video games, running my business, burning calories because I need to make sure my fitness is on point, and I'm making content for YouTube. I'm killing like 5 birds in one right now, currently, as I make this video. Figure out how to do shit at the same time, multiple times, like how to be productive in multiple areas all at the same time. A story that I have for you, where I started, the best thing that you can do, like say you live at home, you're 18, to 25, whatever, it's hard. You're looking for a job, but say you want to be an entrepreneur, but you don't know how to get started. Go be a pizza delivery driver. Go be an Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, and listen to courses and teach yourself. That was the first way that I figured out how to kill two birds, one stone. I listened to a course while I was delivering pizzas and eventually built up my skills enough to the point where I can ask my boss, yo, can I do your social media marketing? That changed my life completely. But do you see how I was multitasking? I was driving around in my little Mazda, delivering pizza, making a $5 tip, and then getting paid for the hour. But also still skill stacking. I was teaching myself how to build a business so I could eventually leave that job. So I do think it's truly important to, wherever you are in your life, figure out how to do things. Like, okay, this I'm about to go on a little story time. For what you guys see right now, you guys can see I'm playing MLB The Show. I'm about to log into a BR game. Everything is 4K. I was streaming last year and somebody left a comment saying camera quality 2 out of 10. And that made me discouraged, and I stopped posting for like a year streaming MLB because I was like, you're right. Like, my quality is terrible. Like, this does suck. Even if I'm good at the game, nobody's going to want to watch. The quality is dog shit. You know what I mean? So I told myself like 2 months ago, hey, if you just figure out how to get the streaming to the point where all you have to do is click a button and you start and everything is set up, that's a place I need to get to. You know what I mean? Like, I took a month figuring out how to build everything on Twitch and OBS, and it was miserable, but I eventually figured it out. And because I built that system, now I can stream. It's great. So, all right, my tangents are done. I need to whip somebody's ass. Hi, boy, Bobby. I'm a big creatine monohydrate guy. Take 5 grams a day. I like the blue Raz. Tastes really good. And it helps me drink more water. I'm not a huge fan of just water plain. Kind of boring. I don't mind it at all. But yeah, it makes my water taste like blue Gatorade. And it helps me drink more water. Creatine, look up the benefits. I would say creatine is the #1 supplement that anybody could take. Big creatine guy. You guys want biceps for days? This is how you do it. All right. Oh, this guy is so fucked. I got Riley Green up. I just took a sip of creatine. Shit. Second base is mine, sir. Make him think I'm stealing. He's gonna quick pitch, throw me a fastball, and it's gonna go far.
Ball, that's inside.
Or not.
2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, you're out.
He played that good. Good for you, Doom Season.
Out.
2-2. What am I swinging at? Come on, Vientos.
Ball.
This is probably the best silver card in the game. The dude is a machine.
1. Aye.
Come on.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Be faster, Nick. Come on.
Ball 1. 3.
What am I swinging at? Leading off Jordan.
Yeah.
Interesting.
0-1's the count. Out. Ball 1. I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey!
Make a play, Riley. Get there. Ooh, we got lucky.
He's safe. One zero.
Come on, Vladdy.
Ball. Ball.
This BR run alone, I have 3 perfect outs. We are in the top of the second of game 2.
Nope.
No
Outside.
excuses, though. It's the only way to get me out. You know what I'm saying? Got to get lucky.
Hey!
You have to get lucky to get me out.
Nope. Hey! 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count is 3-2.
Come on, Michael.
Ball in.
Oh, why the fuck am I so late? Fuck me.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Game bailed you out. The game bailed you out again. Dot.
0-1. Aye! No balls, 2 strikes.
Look at that swing, bro. The ball was literally in the dirt.
That's a ball. Ball, that's just out.
Dot.
0-1's the count. Ball, that's inside. No, foul ball.
Go foul.
Foul ball. Ball, that's low.
Come on, Jorge.
Got him.
Good timing. 97 exit velo.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Fuck.
Inside, ball 1.
A good time for a home run. Nope, because I hit it to the deepest part of the fucking ballpark. I'm out. You gotta get lucky to get me out, bro. You gotta get lucky to get me out.
That's a ball. He's out. Ball inside. Ball. Nope, that's inside.
Jeez. Warning track power. That close to fucking losing my BR run. Bro, the outs that I've made and the hits that this kid has gotten this game just might not be my day. All right, we got a hit. Come on, Maximilian.
Off the plate, ball one.
Dude, every single fucking out. Let's go. Let's go. Only fitting I'd get my only run comes on a ball hit 70 miles an hour. This game is brutal, man. They just reward you for getting jammed and the pitcher making his pitch. God forbid you square the ball up. Nah, sorry. You're out.
Ball.
That's twice this game at Juan Soto. It's 4. We're going to count. That's 4 perfect outs in 2 games.
Nope. Outside.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that was a good pitch. Thought he was going to crush that.
Aye. 0-1.
What you got in your bench, huh?
Let's go, Trent. Nope. Foul ball. Hey, 2.
Sword.
0-2 is the
Go
count.
fishing.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ah. How the fuck
He's
did I
safe.
press square? Uh-oh. Let's go. God. That was too close for what I wanted. I wanted that off the plate.